Hello everyone, my name is Hương and I'm from the riverside region of Quảng Yên, Quảng Ninh. I come from a family with a long tradition of aquaculture. From a young age, I didn't just see seafood as a product on a plate, but also at the entire journey behind it, from raising shrimp and fish in a pond to harvesting after months of care. However, as I grew older, I began to realize something interesting. Although we produce fresh, high-quality seafood every day, most customers only experience the final step, eating. They don't see the process, don't feel the connection, and other part of the story. At the same time, I've noticed that tourism, especially in space like Hạ Long, still focus primarily on sightseeing. Tourists look, take picture, and leave, but rarely participate in a truly experiential and memorable activity. What if we could turn aquaculture into an experience? What if we people could catch seafood themselves, understand its origin, and enjoy it right there? From that idea, Hook and Cook was born, a seafood fishing park where people not only eat seafood but also get to experience it. And today, I'm very happy to share with you how this idea can become a new form of experiential tourism in northern Vietnam. According to a report by the Quảng Ninh Department of Culture and Tourism, Quảng Ninh is one of the largest tourism centers in northern Vietnam. In 2024, the province welcomed approximately 90 million visitors, including more than 3.5 million international tourists, with tourism revenue reaching approximately 46.46 trillion Vietnam đồng. The strong growth of tourism in Hạ Long shows a growing demand for a new and more diverse tourism product. However, more tourism activity in the region currently focus on sightseeing and sightseeing tour of the bay. Meanwhile, interactive, hands-on, and personalized experience remain limited. At the same time, experiential tourism and farm-to-table culinary especially booming globally, and travelers increasingly seek authentic local experience connected with nature. Currently, most tourism activity in Hạ Long remain passive, primarily focused on sightseeing and excursion. Therefore, three main problems arise. Firstly, tourism experiences are expensive and lack interaction. Secondly, the consumption of seafood lacks transparency and customers cannot easily verify its freshness or origin. Thirdly, there is a lack of meaningful outdoor activity for families, especially those that combine entertainment with educational value for children. To overcome this shortcoming at Hook and Cook, customers can catch their own seafood, cook it on the spot, and enjoy it immediately. This create a unique experience defined by catch, cook, eat. Unlike traditional restaurants or fish farm, this model has innovation feature of interaction, personalization, and connection with nature. Hook and Cook has a long-term vision to bring the most authentic catch, cook, enjoy seafood experience in North Vietnam. But more than that, our mission is now transform seafood into something more than just a consumer product. We aim to provide fresh, delicious product, recreational fishing, sustainable aquaculture, and family-friendly outdoor activity. So what makes Cook and Cook different? We offer four core values: freshness, authenticity, family-friendly environments, and sustainability. To test this idea, we conducted a small-scale survey with 15 participants from Hanoi, Hải Phòng, and Quảng Ninh. 20% were 18 to 24, 36% were 25 to 34, 28% were 35 to 44, and 16% were over 44. 44% of customers travel with family, 32% with friends, 14% are couple, and 10% travel with college. The results are very positive, with 76% experiencing interest in this business model in addition, the most important factor for customers are fresh seafood and unique experience. Based on this, we have identified three main customer segments. First, middle-class family seeking weekend activity and are wanting outdoor educational experience for their children. Second, young group traveling in group of 4 to 10 people seeking exciting and unique experience. Third, international tourists interested in local culture, activity and custom. Now let's consider the market. Direct competitors include aquaculture pond service in Hanoi, seafood restaurants in Hạ Long, and indirect competitors include fishing tour in Cat Ba or Hạ Long, outdoor activity at resort. However, aquaculture ponds only provide entertainment. Restaurants only serve food and drink, cited to lack high parental value. Therefore, currently, very few models interest aquaculture, fishing, cooking, and dining in the same location. To better understand the business model, I will clarify Hook and Cook business model through the business model canvas. First, the main activity of the business are aquaculture, operating a fishing area, and restaurant service. Hook and Cook generate revenue from multiple sources. Fishing fees 15k Vietnam đồng hour, fee for children under 10 years old. Seafood sale, price by weight subject to market rates. Cooking service, approximately 30k per cup of drink. Food preparation fees ranging from 50k to 200k Vietnam đồng depending on customer needs. This also us to maximize revenue per customer. In addition, we also sell wildlife shrimp because this type of shrimp can be harvested in just 3 months. It's a product that generates capital turnovers and profit for the business. One of our biggest strengths is our existing infrastructure. Currently, we operate 7 aquaculture ponds, equivalent to 14 hectares of water surface, and we currently have seafood available in the pond. This also adds to control quality, reduce cost, increase profits. In addition, Hook and Cook have the advantage of a convenient location situated near National Highway City 06, the largest highway in northern Vietnam. Approximately 10 kilometers from the Hạ Long Green Project, a high-end urban development project. Approximately 30 minutes drive from the Hạ Long Tourist Center. Approximately 45 minutes drive from the center of Hải Phòng City. Approximately 2 hours drive from the center of Hanoi. This makes the location extremely accessible to tourists, weekend visitors, and location residents. The experience is designed to be simple and engaging, a seamless and memorable journey. First, check-in service selection. Second, introduction to the lagoon area. Next, selection of seafood choice or fishing rod tanks, fishing introduction. Then switching and pricing, focused by selection of cooking methods. Finally, dinner and checkout feedback. To reach customer with the goal of enhancing brand awareness, attracting family and tourists, and maintaining year-round customer base, we focus on social media, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, local digital advertising, touring partnership. Content focused on authentic customer experience, seafood catching and processing, family activity. In addition to those marketing strategies, Hook and Cook will also cooperate with the following partner: touring partner, a local development project supplier, a delivery partner, marketing partner, transportation provider, education partner. Regarding the financial report, one of our biggest advantages is that we didn't start from scratch. My family already owns 7 aquaculture ponds. We already have a ready supply of seafood in this pond. For Hook and Cook didn't require a lot in detail investment compared to many other startups in the tourism or food industry. Instead of spending heavy on land acquisition, ponds construction, or creating an entirely new supply chain, we were able to focus our investment on improving the customer experience. We invested in fishing equipment, tent cooking area, sitting area, and marketing activity. So our total in entire investment were only about 500 million Vietnam dong, primarily financed by our own capital, without needing bank loan in the first year. January was the most expensive month of the year, around 489 million Vietnam dong, due to entire business environment. February marked by the first peak season thanks to the Lunar New Year holiday. Demand for travel, family reunions, and dining subjects. Fishing revenue to around 270 million Vietnam dong, while cost decreased significantly after the entire setup phase. This month is beginning to demonstrate the model potential to generate good cash flow. March and April are relatively low season for tourism after the Lunar New Year. Demand for leisure activity decreased, and summer hasn't arrived yet, so visitor numbers aren't very high. However, revenue remains stable thanks to local customers, weekend family trip, and seafood sales. April in particular saw additional wholesale seafood sales, bringing total revenue to approximately 333 million Vietnam dong. From May to August is the strongest peak season of the year. This is summer when demand for family travel, group travel, and tourists from Hanoi to Haiphong increases steadily. During this period, monthly revenue remains constantly high. August is the best month of the year, with revenue reaching approximately 480 million Vietnam dong. Profit reaches approximately 300 million Vietnam dong. Despite increased cost due to the need for additional staff, marketing, utility, and aquaculture feed, revenues still significantly outpace the cost increase. September to November is the second lowest season of the year. After summer, customer number dropped significantly as students return to school. The weather become unsuitable for outdoor activity, and short-term travel demands decreased. Therefore, revenue decreased and profits were lower compared to the summer month. December saw a recovery thanks to year-end gathering, company parties, and family weekend trip. At the same time, the business gained additional revenue from wholesale seafood sales, bringing total revenue to approximately 370 million Vietnam dong and significantly improving profit. Year 2 or 3 so that the business become much more financially stable after the startup phase. Quarter 1 remained the weakest period due to investment in pond, seafood seed, feed, and preparation for the new season, leading to a small loss. However, quarter 2 and 3 are the strongest periods because of summer tourism, family travel, and seafood sale, generating the highest profit of the year. Although revenue declined in quarter 4 after the summer season ends, the business still remains profitable due to lower operating costs and repeat customers. Overall, the company saw strong seasonal performance, stable profitability, and good long-term growth potential. At this stage of the project, I think one of the biggest areas I still like is the more detailed understanding of the financial aspects of operating and scaling the business. I have a general understanding of startup costs, revenue streams, seasonal demand, and cash flow, but I still need to improve my understanding of break-even analysis, profit margin, long-term forecasting, and how to manage underpaid risks such as bad weather, low travel demand, or high seafood price. I also realized I need to focus more on marketing strategy and customer behavior. While I know who my target customer are, I still need to better understanding of how to sustainability attract them, especially during the off season. I want to learn more about digital marketing, partnership with travel and hospitality companies, and customer retention, and how to encourage repeat business. Through this project, I realized that I am someone who enjoy creating experience and connecting ideas together. I like thinking about what customer want and how to differentiate a business from the competition. At the same time, I also realize that as a future is travel now, I need to be more confident with number, more realistic about risk, and more strategic when making decisions. Home and cook is not simply about fishing, nor is it simply about food. It's about connection between people and nature, between customer and food, and between traditional and modern tourism. And we believe this is the future of experiential tourism in North Vietnam.